So this is my poster, Value of Reclaiming Culture for Wellness, Perspectives from Youth in Rural Alaska. And in the introduction, I talk about how Alaska Native people are assimilated through boarding schools, and this caused trauma, and this also caused a disconnect between the generations. So like people don't feel as connected and close to their grandparents because it's hard to relate to their grandparents. And then I also talk about how Alaska Native cultures have a lot of different strengths. They are good at creating social connections and fostering resiliency. And so if we use culturally relevant interventions, we can connect youth back to their culture and help remedy the harms done by historical trauma. And so the IDEA program can connect youth to their culture through showing cultural films and films about resiliency, through connecting them to local role models, and by having the youth make digital stories, which is a digital way of storytelling. And storytelling is a traditional way to pass on cultural knowledge in Native communities. And so the purpose of the study was to implement IDEA into a classroom. And so we implemented it year 1 into the Inupiaq Studies classroom and year 2 into the music classroom in Kotzebue High School. And so these are all the films that you could watch with a QR code, and these are the list of the films. And so these films are just about, like I said, resiliency and connecting back to their culture, and they're all made by Alaska Native people. And the students have expressed that they enjoy those films. And the role models are from this area, Kotzebue, or they're Inupiaq, from Inupiaq heritage. And so they told stories about the area, or they told stories about their culture. And yeah, role models visited the classroom in the first year, but in the second year, it was during COVID, so they visited virtually. And then youth made digital stories. They participated in digital storytelling workshops, and so they told stories about their lives or about their cultural strengths that are important to them. And this is just a good way for them to express themselves and to explore their lives a little more. And then at the end of the program, we gave them a survey, and these are the survey questions. And this is some of the key takeaways from the survey. But we analyzed the survey responses, and the key takeaways are that some youth felt more comfortable asking for help, activities helped youth work through feelings, listening and sharing stories was helpful, and they just became more aware about each other's struggles, and they learned more about culture, and yeah, they learned a lot of things. And we also analyzed the role model interview. So this is a picture of the role models that were interviewed, and that video was shown in year 2. And this is some of the things that the role models talked about. They talked about intergenerational connections. They talked about how they like to share knowledge and they respect knowledge, and they have a lot of joy in their culture. They told a lot of stories about subsistence hunting and dancing they're part of the dance group that danced for Obama when he visited, and so they had a lot of cool stories about that. And so in the discussion, I talk about how overall what the students appreciated about this study, and the youth felt that IDEA helped them connect to their culture, and IDEA helps youth to recognize their strengths and build social connections, and so that's the main goal, and that'll help a lot of youth in the future. And so for positive directions, we expanded to Rampart, Alaska, and we also implemented IDEA into the Boys and Girls Club of Kotzebue. And so we hope to continue implementing the intergenerational dialogue exchange and action program into more schools and partnering with Northwest Arctic School District. So yeah, that's it.